Are you tired, irritable, or confused? Do you have a dry mouth or decreased urine output? Then boy, have we got news for you. Scientists have recently discovered a water reserve on the crust of Mars, and we want you to have it. Our research has shown that Mars water has miraculous healing effects on humans. Don't take our word for it, trust our satisfied customers.
I bought a few gallons of Martian water, put it in my hair with some shampoo, and I gotta say, my hair, it's just out of this world.
I drink a glass of Mars water with my Xanax every morning, and I haven't had a panic attack in like... Look.
Our studies have shown that drinking only 8 glasses of Mars water a day, opposed to none, will increase your lifespan by 57.5 units. Alright, so you got your Mars towel, your Mars bowl here. We're gonna do a quick little experiment. We're gonna pour out all of our Mars water, take our Mars towel and just start soaking it up. You see that? Just soaks right in the towel, just soaks right in. You follow me, camera guy? Hey, up here. No fancy edits. This is one shot, guys. Then you take the Mars water, wring it out. It's that easy.
I left a glass of Mars water outside on a sunny day, and when I went back outside, it was gone. I mean, the glass was still there, but the Mars water was gone. It must have went back to Mars.
Now that I drink Mars water, I pee so much.
It's so great. It's water. I mean, it's literally just water. Wait a minute.
Scientists have finally found the fabled universal solvent. It's natural, organic, gluten-free, and also available at your local Taco Bell and Chipotle. Order now. Order now. Order now. Order now. Order now. $5 now. $5. Health? Food. Just $5. Health. Food.
Live from Franklin Hall Studios at Kent State University, it's The Agenda. And now, here are your hosts, Jeremy Herbert and Morgan McLeod.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Morgan McLeod.
And I'm Penis Buttbag, and welcome to The Agenda. Tonight, we have a great show for... Wait a second. Morgan. Let's just start the show off, you jerk.
Donald Trump recently announced that he'll drop out of the race if he keeps slipping in the polls. However, a week later, he announced that he'll never quit, which makes all of this the political equivalent of holding your breath until you get what you want.
The most interesting man in the world, a.k.a. Jonathan Goldsmith, is now facing a breach of contract lawsuit from his former agency for failing to pay commissions for the last 6 years. He doesn't always pay his commission, but when he does, it's through a court order. A student at Huntington Beach High School got more than he bargained for this week when a fellow student didn't turn a blind eye to his bullying of a classmate. The bullied classmate was blind, hence my joke in poor taste. Here to discuss his heroics is the savior of the blind himself, Chet Westerly. How's it going, Chet?
Hey man, it's all good. Just popped some Molly in the bathroom, so I'm flying pretty high.
So it's going to be one of those interviews. Hey Morgan, you want to trade?
No man, I'm busy.
Okay. Well, it looks like I'm riding this death segment straight to hell. So, Chet, what made you jump in?
Well, I was cruising the halls with my posse, like I do, and then my buddy Tom comes up to me, says that Dylan's been talking smack again. So I went to find him, and he was all up in some kid's face like it was the perfect distraction. Clocked that little bee right in the back of the head. Kid went down like, I don't know, an escalator.
I don't mean to ruin your joke, but there are escalators that go up, too.
Well, I meant an elevator.
Those can also go up.
Well, like a drawbridge.
You got me there. So why'd you hit him again?
He was talking crap, said my weed was oregano.
So it had nothing to do with the blind kid?
Of course not. I don't even see color. What, 'cause he's blind, I gotta hit him too? God, Jeremy, racist much?
Hey, Chet, okay? A lot of people like you now because they think you're a good person, all right? So just ride that. How are you dealing with your newfound fame?
I don't mean to be sexist or anything, but I've been crushing on honeys like 24/7 for 7 seconds, 25 times a day. That's probably more sex than you've ever had in your life, nerd.
Okay, for your information, the only reason I didn't have sex in high school is because I was the president of the Celibacy Club, which in my day was basically like being captain of the football team. So I was kind of a big deal. I could have had any Susie I wanted, Because Jeremy Buckets Herbert, I'm sorry, it's been a long time since anyone's called me that, ain't no hypocrite.
Whatever, man. I'm gonna go finish off this Molly and my weed. Chet! 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 Chet!
Nobody
Chet!
shout that
Chet!
with him.
Chet!
Morgan, shut up. All right, Chet, thank you for further burying my long-dead journalism career.
A priest in New Jersey was arrested this past week after pointing a gun in a child's face at a football game. But my question is, what's the Pope still doing in America? Valve software employee Chandler Murch decided to propose to his girlfriend using a virtual reality headset. The headset took her through various environments before leading her to her boyfriend on one knee. Chandler states he intends to love his girlfriend for the rest of his no life. Nerd.
A British man born without a penis is undergoing a procedure that will use a portion of the muscle and skin from his right arm to create the sex organ. When asked for sex tips, the man said, "It's all on the wrist." Well, it's that time of year again, time to hear about how unoriginal Hollywood is. Fox recently announced a plan to create a Lethal Weapon television show. The studio suggests it will reboot the entire buddy cop genre and bring it to the small screen in a way Starsky and Hutch, Rizzoli and Isles, True Detective, I Spy, Miami Vice, Adam 12, Dragnet, Psych, Hawaii Five-0, True Detective Season 2, and Police Squad have not. We got our hands on the first trailer, so let's take a look.
Magic is back.
Guys, it's my last week. Coffee's all I got left.
He's a cop, teetering on the edge of retirement.
I know you're teetering on the edge of retirement, but you'll be teetering with a partner.
I'm too old to babysit.
This one isn't exactly a baby, Murtaugh.
Whoa, man. You scared me.
Yeah, I didn't shave this morning.
Is that a joke?
No, but you are.
Hey, man, this is serious. I'll jump.
Oh no, please don't. There, I did my line. Now you finish the scene.
I was never gonna jump, but you're a horrible cop.
No, I'm just a crazy one.
And he's a lethal weapon. The series.
Let me make myself clear. I don't like you.
But you hardly know me.
And I don't want to know you.
And we're agreed. I'm not worth knowing.
Too old for this banter.
From the network that brought you The Simpsons and Glee.
Surprised they give guns like that to kids. What, no snappy comeback? I'm too old for this slang.
When a crime syndicate moves into town.
There's a crime syndicate moving into town.
Looks like they'll need a housewarming party.
You guys ever notice how neither of you ever speak in anything but quips?
I'm 5 days from retirement. Quips are all I have time for.
That right there, that's a real weird quip.
Yeah, I've seen weirder.
That, what does that even mean?
It means we got some party planning to do.
I'll bring the piñata.
They're the only ones who can stop it.
They put 2 new cops on the case.
Then take them off it.
If they don't kill each other first.
Say something about my wife's cooking one more damn time.
Something. Hey, you feeding it to the car too?
Fox brings the concept of 2 cops who just can't get along to the small screen for the first time ever. Your favorite funny cops are back. They just look a lot different, aren't as violent, and can't swear.
Son of a bitch. You know, you and me could not be any more different.
Yeah, I fight the bad guys, and you're just an old bag.
And yet we're still friends.
Are we?
I'm too old for this stuff.
Lethal Weapon. Reloading next year. Only on Fox. Watch us, please.
God, I can't wait to hate watch that. The Agenda will be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
The great outside.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
So shiny.
We both love the outdoors.
That's not a flower.
And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Welcome back. The clothing company American Apparel filed for bankruptcy on Tuesday, which is not surprising for a company who strives to be the most American it can possibly be.
In sports news, the Texas Rangers will be selling cotton candy flavored hot dogs topped with, you guessed it, cotton candy infused mustard for their playoffs. Now, the next time someone tells me their wiener tastes like candy, I'll believe it. A man named Santa Claus is running as a write-in candidate for city council in North Pole, Alaska. The elections were on Tuesday. Here to tell us all about his political ideals, the jolly man himself, Santa Claus. I didn't actually think we were going to get him. Okay, welcome, Santa. The kid inside of me is kind of beaming right now. So tell us about your campaign. Will the elves be involved?
I hate to tell you, kid, but I'm not the real Santa. But I'm thinking of hiring some midgets to be my elves or whatever.
Well, I don't think that's politically correct. You're really kind of milking the Santa Claus thing, aren't you?
Why wouldn't I? People love Santa, and I love the kids. But seriously, I will not accept letters from children unless they are cash donations.
I'll be sure to pass that along to Alex. It's going to be a disappointing Christmas. So is there a Mrs. Claus in the picture?
Actually, funny story, I'm divorced. You see, between you and me and the wall, she was a real ho-ho-ho. Get it?
You do that on purpose? Either way, it's offensive. Okay, so let's move on. What issues are you passionate about?
I'm very glad you asked that. I am very passionate about immigration reform. My first priority is to build a candy cane wall to keep out those damn Canadian migrants from the South.
All right, that started off sounding really lovely, and then it wasn't. So milking this Kris Kringle thing, is Rudolph going to be the face of your campaign, the red nose to guide the way?
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Rudolph. Not because he's a reindeer, mind you. I love reindeer. Some of my best friends are reindeer. But, you know, between you and me, I think if his old dad had played some more reindeer games with him, his nose might not have been so red, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't, but I'm going to gloss over that. Okay, Mr. Claus, now that we've effectively ruined your campaign and my childhood in just one interview, I think it's time for you to go. If anyone heard that, I think I'm going to be converting to Judaism. Morgan?
U.S. officials are asking the question, why does ISIS have so many Toyota trucks? This in turn has led to Toyota unveiling their new slogan, Toyota, we conquer places.
Florida Senate candidate admits to sacrificing goat and drinking his blood. But he's a politician, so honestly, how's this news?
Well, if you're convinced that Kent State University is a safe campus, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Here to tell you how they keep our campus free of criminals, Maggie and Mark, the Agenda's resident Crime Stoppers.
Hey, we're the Campus Crime Stoppers. I'm Mark, and this is my Crime Stopper in training, Maggie.
Hi, I just heard about this last week.
And we already gave her a gun.
I don't have a gun.
And you won't get one until I do. Anyway, today we're gonna show her the ropes and deal with the crime that really matters, petty crime.
So let's go catch some criminals. Bad guys. They're just students. Really.
Yeah! Over yonder. Do you see what I see?
An Ohio State shirt. This is Kent State.
Excuse me, do you know where you are right now? Franklin?
Well, yeah.
Don't get smart with me. This is Kent State, and I'm confiscating this t-shirt.
Is there any way this can get back to me?
Crime ho! We've got ear hazards dead ahead.
Okay, so what's the protocol? He seems like he's kind of in a hurry. Maybe
we can't lose another one. Excuse me, fire! Fire! Hey, you're a brave soul walking around with one of your keen senses impaired.
What?
You've lost your sense of hearing and your sense of safety.
Buzz off.
Oh. Look over there. Somebody riding a two-wheeler down the Esplanade.
That's a bike.
Well, let's get him.
They're gone. Maybe we should get bikes.
You'll get one when I get one.
I was bullied a lot when I was younger. You, have a boyfriend? No?
You see that girl over there? She's walking alone.
All freshmen must walk in at least groups of 3. I read that in the pamphlet.
It's a rule book.
It's 2 pages.
Oh, all right, let's get her. Do you realize that you're committing a 1247 right now?
Well, what are you talking about? I mean, that's what time it is.
All freshmen must walk in at least groups of 3. That's punishable by waterboarding in the Risman Fountain.
I don't think we have that kind of jurisdiction.
Well, newbie, we had a busy day.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my badge.
You'll get one when I get one.
I don't know about you, but I feel better already. We'll be right back.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back. A food truck at the University of Connecticut is selling roasted crickets as a healthy snack for students. Dining services claim they're organic and not genetically modified, but honestly, they're still crickets.
A new study found that 28% of phone calls made to emergency services are butt dials. It takes dispatchers an average of 1 minute and 14 seconds to realize the call is accidental. It only takes college students 6 seconds to realize a call from their ex is because they're drunk.
Woolly mammoth bones were uncovered in Lima, Michigan by farmer James Bristle. The remains were found under James' soybean field. Now, here to comment, we have James Bristle himself. Welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here.
Yep. So what were your first thoughts when you discovered this thing?
I'll tell you what, I have no idea how it got there. I didn't see it. I got pretty good eyes. I don't need glasses. I certainly never saw anything moseying around the side of the 94, so yeah, I don't know how it got there.
Well, it probably got there a long time ago, seeing as how they're extinct.
Yeah, they all went extinct 16,000 years ago. They definitely went extinct.
Right. So how did you find the skeleton? Did you have any idea there was a pachyderm buried under your field?
Well, actually, Morgan, pachyderm is an outdated taxonomic construct that hasn't been used in about 80 years. They're actually classified as elephants.
Okay, wow, you sure know your biology.
Yeah, well, when they're walking around in your backyard, you gotta know how to think like them. Know their next move before they do.
Yeah. Okay, so, wait, were you searching for its remains?
Oh, hold on now. No, I wasn't searching for nothing. I just found it. Dead. It was dead when I found it.
I never asked if it was dead. Of course, they're all dead.
Yes, but doesn't the devil live forever? Who ever heard that the devil wasn't dead? Did you ever see any person who wasn't wearing mourning for the devil?
Was that Moby Dick?
No, I'm just a farmer. I don't know nothing about hunting colossal beasts. Nothing at all.
It really sounds like you do.
Well, sometimes in the depth of night, a man hears distant tremors and starts to get ideas. I heard the trumpeting. My neighbors didn't believe me. They thought it was a marching band, but one day...
One day what?
I saw him. Stark as a cloud walking the earth, I remember, as one remembers an opium dream, I crept to him in my tractor, and he took off like a mountain in a gallop. He fled. I followed for days until he felt tired and fell to rest, and then I leapt to him from the deck of my tractor, pocket knife in hand, and I stabbed the beast's crooked brow.
Where did you even do this?
And he surged forward into the night once more, where my chest, a cannon, I had smote my hot shell to bring him down. It was a long battle, but it ended in a familiar place. My own sore field.
Dude, that's crazy, but why?
I tell myself it's the thrill, but I fear it's something more personal. In some ways, the mammoth is me, and in some ways, I am the mammoth.
Well, you have to admire that kind of dedication. The agenda will be right back.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a
One
dad
more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
The MaxiPad Bandit, the robber who used only the feminine hygiene product to disguise his face, was arrested after the pad fell off of it. Here to tell his side of the story, we have the MaxiPad Bandit.
Well, thanks for having me on, Morgan. Pleasure.
No problem. So why are you called the MaxiPad Bandit? Do you steal MaxiPads?
Oh, no. You see, originally, I wanted to be the Lone Ranger Bandit, but the stupid mask kept on slipping off. You know, loose strings have a very narrow head. It's awkward. So I can't have my mask falling off in the middle of a heist. It's just bad showmanship. So for a time, I decided to give up crime entirely. I took up whittling and folk singing.
Good for you.
And then one day, while I was shopping down at the Wally Mart, I came across these just magical items in the healthcare product aisle. MaxiPads. Now, I didn't know what they were at first, but as it turns out, they stick to your face more or less, sometimes better than others. But they cover enough of your face that people don't know who you are. Do you know who I am right now? I don't know who I am. Do you know where I am? I don't know where I am. Anyway, it was like a sign from the gods. I had found my crime muse.
Well, that's a little gross.
That's not even the best part. These things are like super sweatbands. It's like I go to the gym while wearing this, and let me tell you, first off, the exercising machines are always free for me, and it just keeps the sweat out of my eyes, it keeps the blood out of my eyes. It just
Yeah, okay, all right.
Pretty great.
Yeah, that's all the time we have.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just get out of here.
Yeah. That was the MaxiPad Bandit. I'm glad he doesn't reuse them.
A new show on A&E entitled Fear, Buried Alive will air this Halloween, which buries 3 people alive 6 feet underground to see if they can last the night. But we here on the show wonder, why stop there? What other totally logical fears can we conquer? That's why we now have our very own reality show, Facing Your Fears. Take a look.
Welcome back to Facing Your Fears. Our next Frady cat brought us to Kent, Ohio. Let's see if we can take a shot at facing her fear.
As long as I can remember, it's always scared me. You know, I used to make excuses like, it's a rational fear and anyone would be afraid of getting shot, but I realized I have a phobia.
When she told me she signed up for the show, I was honestly surprised.
I need some time to think about things.
I mean, I think everyone's at least a little bit afraid of guns. I don't get why she needs the show to help her with it. But I wasn't gonna get in an argument. I don't want to sleep on the couch again.
So tell me how your fear has crippled you. Well, it doesn't necessarily cripple me. It's just when I see someone with a gun, like even a cop or something, I just get a little nervous. Wow. I want to tell you how brave it is for you to live with something for so long. You know, I really appreciate that.
You know, if I can pitch in, I really don't think that this has affected you that much.
Sir, you just don't understand what it's like to deal with something like this. I'll ask you to be a bit more compassionate of her feelings.
What? I'm just...
Please. This isn't about you, John.
Whatever.
I'm so sorry about that. So would you like fear to not be a factor for you? Okay, I'm being told that that phrase is copywritten by another fear-based reality show, Deal or No Deal. So would you like to face your fear? Yeah, I guess so. Then it's time to face your fears. We brought in an expert in firearms to assist.
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay. Sweet home Alabama. Guys are so blue.
How are you? You good? Cool.
So how do you feel?
Like I've been shot in the leg.
But are you afraid anymore?
Yes, more so now.
Honey, did you drop a pan or something? Are you kidding me?
Another fear faced.
You shot my wife!
Back to you, Jess.
It never stops warming my heart to see people overcome their fears. We will be right back after these messages to help an Iowa man conquer his fear of drowning by tying his legs together and throwing him in a pool.
Well, maybe they can help me get over my fear of beautiful women. The agenda will be right back.
Well, Penis, I think some things just can't be helped.
Yeah, well, a man can... Hey, wait a second.
Got him.
You know, I can't stay mad at you.
All right. We'll see you next week. I'm Morgan McLeod, and this is Penis Ballbag.
Oh, okay, now I'm a little bit mad. I gotta admit.
I'm only proud of you for changing your name legally to Penis Ballbag.
Wait, did you change my name legally? Wait, that's kind of a felony. I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's a felony. Yeah. What's this?
I don't know. It's the papers that you signed.
I didn't sign it.
Bethany Ann Doak. Ian Donnelly. Kirsty Lynn Duthitt.
Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. To motivate some magic, to change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One look can inspire a child. One look can be the first little thing that helps to change a life.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.